Hi everyone, Monisha here. Today we are going to learn about a new chapter in algebra, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. In this video, I will be going to explain you about the introductory part of this chapter and going to solve three graphical problems, that is example 1, 2 and 3. Hope this session will be interesting for you. Let us start the session. Here, first we need to know what is a linear equation. So what is a linear equation? An equation is a statement about the equality of two expressions. Okay? Expressions in the sense, if in any equation x plus 1 is equal to 3, then this x plus 1 is an expression and this 3 is also an expression. Okay? So an equation is a statement about the equality of two expressions. If either of the expressions contain a variable, the equation may be true statement for some values of the variable and false statement for the other values. For example, the equation 2x plus 1 is equal to 7 is a true statement for x is equal to 3. But it is false for any other number except 3. The number 3 is said to satisfy the equation 2x plus 1 is equal to 7 because by substituting this 3 in the place of x, it produces 2 into 3 plus 1. So 2 into 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So the equation will become 7 is equal to 7, which is a true statement. So any other values except 3 will become a false statement. Okay? To solve an equation means to find all the values of the variable that satisfy the equation. The values that satisfy an equation are called solutions or roots of the equation. For instance, 2 is a solution for x plus 3 is equal to 5. That is, when we substitute this 2 in the place of x, we will get 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 5, LHS is equal to RHS. So here this 2 is said to be root or solution of the particular equation. Hope you understood this. So moving to linear equations in one variable. A linear equation or a first degree equation in a single variable x is an equation that can be written in the form ax plus b is equal to 0, where a and b are real numbers. Real numbers means it can be plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, etc. up to infinity, or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 up to infinity. So these are real numbers. This a and b are real numbers where a should not be equal to 0. Okay? And a note is, a real linear equation is also called a first degree equation since the highest power of x is 1. Here you can see that the degree of this equation is always 1. X plus 4, the degree is 1. 2x plus 5, the degree of x is 1. And 5 minus 3x, the degree of x is 1. Okay, so the linear equation is also called the first degree equation because the highest power of x will be always 1. Example, x plus 4 is equal to 2. 2x plus 5 is equal to 10. 5 minus 3x is equal to 8. Moving to linear equations in two variables. A linear equation in two variable is an equation that can be written in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers and a and b should not be equal to 0. And here x and y are variables. Here in the equation, a and b, only a and b should not be equal to 0 because they are with a variable. If c is 0, it's not a problem because c is always a constant. Okay? So the example is 2x minus 3y plus c is equal to 0. This is an example for linear equations in two variables. Moving on to the representation of a pair of linear equations in two variables. A pair of linear equations in two variables can be represented and solved by two methods. One is graphical method and the one is algebraic method. Moving on to graphical method. The graph of a pair of linear equations in two variables is represented by two lines. You can see here in the below three graphs, two lines are used to represent the graphical representation of two equations. If there are two equations, then there should be two lines. In the first case, if the lines intersect at a point, then that point gives the unique solution of the two equations. In this case, the pair of equations is consistent. You can see here, the two lines are intersecting at a single point. So that point refers to a unique solution or one solution. That is, when you solve the two equations, you will get one unique solution where both the equations or both the lines intersect at a single point. Moving on to the second case, if the lines coincide, then there are infinitely many solutions, each point on the line being a solution. In this case, the pair of equations is dependent and also it is called consistent. The third case you can see here, if both the given equations of the graphical representation is same, then you will get two lines where two lines are coincide with each other, one merged with another. So this is called as coincident line. Each and every point of the line considers the solution of the equation. So this type of equation is consistent and also dependent. Moving on to the third case, if the lines are parallel, then the pair of equations have no solution. In this case, the pair of equations is inconsistent. Moving on to the first graph, this shows the parallel lines. Here two equations will be given where both the equations have different solutions. So the two lines will never meet each other. There are no points in common. So the solution is absolutely zero. Okay, that is nullified. So this type of equations are said to be inconsistent. So intersecting lines and coincident lines both are consistent equations, whereas only parallel lines are said to be inconsistent equations. Hope you understood this. Moving to the types of algebraic method. In algebraic method, there are three types. One is substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method. But because of this corona, the state board has been reduced some of the syllabus in all the subjects. So in this chapter, they have deleted the substitution method and cross multiplication method entirely. Only elimination method you have. So I will be explaining only elimination method in this session. Okay, so only elimination method you have for this year, only for 2020. Next is rules of solving the equation. So rules of solving the equation is, you can see the first equation, x minus 2y is equal to 0, 3x plus 4y minus 20 is equal to 0. So here in the first equation, it is in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and second equation is in the form a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, so if we simplify a1 by a2, we will get 1 by 3, b1 by b2 we will get a minus 2 by 4, and c1 by c2 we will get 0 by minus 20. Here we can clearly see that a1 by a2 ratio is not equal to b1 by b2. If this is the case, if we are solving two equation and it occurs like a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then those two lines, those two equations or in the graphical representation shows intersecting lines. Okay, so intersecting lines exactly have one solution or it is called as unique solution. So this is the first case. In the second case, again two equations are given. Here a1 by a2 is 2 by 4, b1 by b2 is 3 by 6 and c1 by c2 is 9 by minus 9 by minus 18. Here when we divide, 2 ones are 2 twos are in a1 by a2, 3 ones are 3 twos are in b1 by b2 and 9 ones are 9 twos are in c1 by c2. The ratio will occur same, that is 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, the comparison of the ratio become a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So when we are solving the equations and we get this type of comparison in the ratios, then the graphical representation will be coincident line. Coincident line means two lines in the graph will merge with each other. So it will be having infinitely many solutions. So this is the second case. Next, moving on to the third case, there are two equations given. So when we divide a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. So here a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are same. So when we divide b1 by b2, it will be 2 ones are 2 twos are. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. So when we are solving equations, two equations, and if the comparison of the ratio occur like a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2, then those equations will be having parallel lines. The graphical representation you get a complete separate two lines which are parallel to each other. So in that type of solution, it is said to be no solution or zero solution. Okay, so these are the rules of solving the equations. Hope you understood this. Moving on to the summary part of pair of linear equations, that is, the first one shown is parallel lines. So if the two equations, after solvation you will get two parallel lines, then those equations have no solution and it is said to be inconsistent. Okay, inconsistent, there are two types. One is independent and the one is dependent. In independent, the two lines intersect at a particular point. Okay, so it will be having a point of intersection. Therefore, those type of equations is said to be having a unique solution or one solution. Okay, so next, going on to the second type, that is dependent, inconsistent. Both one solution independent and infinite solution dependent are both belongs to a consistent group itself. Okay, in dependent, after solving the equations, the two lines merge with each other. Okay, it will merge with each other. So this is said to be coincident. So this type of equations having infinite number of solutions. Okay, there will be no limitations because each of the point in the line will be having a number of solutions here. Okay, so it is said to be infinite solution. So there are three types. One is inconsistent, that is parallel. Parallel is always inconsistent. Inconsistent, they are divided into two types. One is independent. Independent is having one solution, that is intersecting lines, and dependent having coincident lines having infinite solution. Hope you understood this. This is the first graphical problem. The problem is Akhila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on a giant wheel and play hoopla. The number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. If each ride cost ₹3 and the game of hoopla cost ₹4, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla, provided she spent ₹20? Okay, so what they have told is Akhila went to a fair where she played hoopla and giant wheel. Okay, so first let the ride of giant wheel be x. So let the ride of giant wheel be x. Okay, next let the game of hoopla be y. Fine, let the ride of giant wheel be x and let the game of hoopla be y. So next, what I have asked, the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Okay, so she played hoopla half the number of times than giant wheel. Okay, she exactly played half the number of times than giant wheel. If hoopla is y, then this y is equal to half the number of times the giant wheel. Okay, so this is equation number 1. So next, what they have told is, if each ride cost, ride means giant wheel, if each ride cost ₹3 and a game of hoopla cost ₹4, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla, provided she spent ₹20? Okay, so for each ride, for giant wheel, for each giant wheel ride, it is ₹3. So ₹3 for each giant wheel plus ₹4 for each hoopla game. Next, she altogether spent ₹20 itself. Okay, so this is equation number 2. So what we need to find out, how many number of rides she played giant wheel and how many number of times she played hoopla. So this is the thing we need to find out by graphical representation. Fine, so these are the two equations. So first, what we have to do is, since it is a graphical representation problem, we need to know in previous, so whether it is a parallel graph, intersecting graph or coincident graph. How? Okay, I will tell you this. Equation 1 is y is equal to x by 2. We need to make it as a form of equation. That is, when we cross multiply it, it will become 2y is equal to x. So it will be x, the x I will keep it here itself. So x minus 2y is equal to 0. Okay, so this is one equation, x minus 2y is equal to 0. So next is, so this equation, this is the second equation. The second equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 0 itself. So what I will do is, here this first equation is of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. So this equation is of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. So here a1 is 1x minus b1 is minus 2y, c1 is not there. If c is not there, just put a 0 here. Okay, and this second equation is of the form a2x plus b2y. So take this side. Okay, so plus c2 is equal to 0. So this is the form of it. Next, we need to divide the ratios. That is, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So here what is a1? a1 is 1 divided by a2. a2 is 3 is equal to b1 is minus 2 and b2 is 4. So clearly we can see that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. If this is the case, there is no need of finding out c1 by c2, because if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, so because of the rules, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, the rules of linear equation says that these are intersecting lines. Okay, so these are the equation. When we solve it, we will get an intersecting graph. Okay, so this is the thing you need to find out first, because we need to know what type of graph we will get after representation, whether it is an intersecting, coincident or parallel. Then when we get this intersecting, when exactly only in the case of intersecting, we need to solve these two equations. Okay, so without solving also we can do it, but why we need to solving means, in intersecting we need an exact point of intersection. In order to find this point of intersection, we need to solve these two equations. Without that, we will not be knowing which is that particular point at which the two lines intersect with each other. Okay, next we need to solve these two equations. Without solving also we can do the graphical line. Okay, fine. This is example 1 continuation. So when we get after a1 by a2 and b1 by a2 comparison, if we get intersecting lines, only at that case, okay, we need to solve this equation. Why we are solving is, in intersecting lines there is a point of intersection. We need to get that particular point. So for that we need to solve the equation, but it is not compulsory. In the exam, if you skip this part also, you will get the marks. Okay, but without doing it, we will be unaware of the fact which is that particular point at which the point of intersection takes place. Okay, so this will be helpful for you if you do this problem like this. So here not even a single term is same, so I will be multiplying equation 1 by 3. So when you multiply this, it will become 3 into x, 3x, 3 into minus 2y minus 6y is equal to 3 into 0, 0. Okay, next write the second equation as it is. 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Fine. Next what we have to do is, we need to change the sign. So when I change the sign, it becomes plus and minus. Unlike signs, always we need to do the subtraction. Subtraction means this term cancels each other. So next, minus is like terms, we need to do addition for like signs. Okay, so minus into minus is plus. So 6 plus 4 is 10y. Larger number sign is minus, so you need to retain that minus here. Next, minus and plus, sorry, plus and minus. So unlike signs means we need to subtract. So 0 minus 20 is minus 20 itself. Here minus minus get cancels each other. So y is equal to 20 divided by 10. This is 10 ones are 10 twos are. So we get the value y is equal to 2. So after getting y value, we need to substitute this y is equal to 2 to either equation 1 or equation 2. So I will be substituting in equation 1. Okay. So in equation 1. So consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. So in equation 1, x minus 2y is equal to 0. X minus 2 into y is also equal to 2. So x minus 2 2s are 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 4. So this is the point at which the point of intersection takes place. That is x comma y is equal to 4 comma 2. At 4 is equal to, at x is equal to 4 in x coordinate and y is equal to in y coordinate. At that point the point of intersection takes place. Okay. Now we are moving to the actual calculation part. Okay. So up to here, if you are not doing also, you will get the marks. So from here you have to do it compulsorily. So these things you are doing, the solvation problem you are doing just to make your answers easier. That's it. So here first you have to take the first equation. First equation is x minus 2y is equal to 0. First you need to interchange this equation such that it will come in the form of y is equal to. Okay. So I will be shifting this minus 2y to right hand side. It will become plus 2y. Next I will be shifting this 2 into y. Here 2 I will be shifting to left hand side. It will become x by 2 is equal to y. So this is one equation. Okay. This is one equation. Next you need to draw a box. Okay. So minimum 2 to 3 points are enough for this in order to plot a graph. Okay. First is x, second one is y. Next you need to substitute a whole number to x so that you will get a value for y. So be careful while substituting values for x. While you are substituting a value, the value of y should come a whole number itself, not in decimal points. So if it comes in decimal points, it will be tedious for you to plot in the graphical sheet, right? So make sure you will substitute only those numbers. By dividing or multiplying that, you have to get a whole number itself. Okay. In the first case, I will be substituting x is equal to 0. So if I substitute x is equal to 0 in this equation, it will become, the equation is y is equal to x by 2. Here in the place of x, I will be substituting 0. So 0 by 2 is 0 itself. So when I substitute x is equal to 0, y is also equal to 0. This is the first point. Second point is, so before writing here, you have to calculate it in your mind itself. So second, if I substitute x is equal to 1, what it will become? The y will become as 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5. A decimal point is coming. So it's better we can avoid that point. Okay. The next point is x is equal to 2. So if I substitute x is equal to 2 in this equation, what it will become? So 2 by 2, 2 ones are a whole number came, right? So this is the second point. When I take x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. Fine. So next, the intersecting point. We have already calculated the intersecting point. So directly apply that point here. That is x is equal to 4. Okay. So when I take x is equal to 4, y is equal to 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Okay. So this is the intersecting point. When I substitute x is equal to 4, the y value will be 2. Right. So next, in the similar fashion, you need to solve for second equation. The second equation is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Now we need to interchange it in the form so that it has to come as y is equal to. Okay. So first write this 4y as it is and is equal to 20. Shift plus 3x to left hand side. Sorry, right hand side. It will become minus 3x. Okay. Next, the equation should be in the form y is equal to. So I am shifting this 4 to right hand side. It will become y is equal to 20 minus 3x whole divided by 4. So this is the equation. Okay. So after this, again you need to draw a table. Okay, draw a table and substitute values for it so that the final equation has to get a whole number. Okay. In the first case, so before substituting some values here, you can calculate in your mind itself. When I put 0 here, 3 into 0 is 0. So this term will cancel, right? The remaining will be 20 by 4. So 4 ones are 4 5s are. We will get a whole number, right? So the first point is x is equal to 0. So when I put x is equal to 0, we will get 20 minus 3 into 0 divided by 4. So 3 into 0 means 0 itself. So remaining is 20 divided by 4. So 4 ones are 4 5s. Okay. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5. So next, if you substitute x is equal to 1, it will become 3 ones are 3. So 20 minus 3 is 17. 17 is not divisible by 4. Okay. If you go on dividing it, a decimal point will come. So 1 is not a good option. Next, take 2. If I take x is equal to 2, then 3 2s are 6. Okay. 20 minus 6 is 14. 14 is also not divisible by 4. Then x is equal to 2 is also not a good option. Next, take x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 is 3 3s are 9. 9 means 20 minus 9 is 11. 11 is also not divisible by 4. Next, take x is equal to 4. Moving on to the graphical representation. So this is a graph sheet where the points, you have to notice the points first. In the first group of points, it is the x-axis, the maximum point in x-axis is 4. Here also, the second point, the maximum point in x-axis is 4. Okay. So here, this line, this horizontal line is positive x-axis, and this vertical line is positive y-axis. Okay. So next, you have to write down the scale, whatever measurement you have taken here. Okay, I have taken for 1 centimeter. Okay, for 1 centimeter, and for each 1 centimeter I have taken 1 unit. Okay, so for x-axis you have to write x-axis 1 centimeter 1 unit. Likewise for y-axis 1 centimeter 1 unit. Okay, then you have to write down the numbers. Here maximum number in both the groups are 4 itself. We can take even 1 or 2 numbers more than that. Next, going on to the first group of number. Okay, in the first group of number, for x value 0, the y value is also equal to 0. So that point is 0, 0, the origin point. Okay, so this is 0, 0, origin point. So next, for x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So for this is x-axis, for x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So this is the second point. Okay, for x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So next one is for x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2. For x is equal to 4, here 4 is here, then y is equal to 2. So here in your graph sheet you have to take 1 centimeter distance. Here there might be some difference in the lines here, so exact 1 centimeter. Okay, for 4 I have taken 2. Okay, so this is the point 4, 2. So first line is finished. So next, for the second point, for 0, y-axis is 5. For x is equal to 0, y is 5. So this is the point. Okay, for x is equal to 0, y is 5. Next one is the intersecting point. For x is equal to 4, y is 2. That is this line. Okay, next we need to join it. Okay, you need to join it by touching it. I am not using scale here, so if it go wrong means please apologize me. So this is the intersecting point. So this is the intersecting point. So the intersecting point is 4, 2. So this is the equation. This is the intersecting line. Okay. So then you have to write it here. 4, 2 is the intersecting point. Okay. So this is the way you have to draw the graph in your graph sheet. Moving to the second example problem. So second example problem is, Romila went to a stationery shop and purchased 2 pencils and 3 erasers. First, we have to take some variable for this. Let pencil be x and eraser be y. Okay, so if we take a variable like this, it will be easy for us to solve the equations. Okay, Romila purchased 2 pencils, so 2 into x, pencil is taken as x, right? So 2x plus 3 eraser for total of rupees 9. Whereas her friend Sonali saw the new variety of pencils and erasers with Romila, and she also bought 4 pencils and 6 erasers for rupees 18. Fine. So this is the equation. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Okay. So first equation is of the form a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. If we take here, it will become, so c1 is equal to 0. Okay. Here it is a2x plus b2y. So plus c2 is equal to 0. So we have to shift this 18 to left hand side, right? Then we have to compare the ratios. That is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Fine. So a1 is 2 divided by a2 is 4 is equal to b1 is 3 and b2 is 6. c1 is minus 9. So when we are shifting this 9 to this side, left hand side, it will become minus 9. Likewise, it will become minus 18. Okay. Here 2 ones are 2 twos are, 3 ones are 3 twos are, minus minus cancels, 9 ones are 9 twos are. So the comparison became 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So it become a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. It is also equal to c1 by c2. So if this is the case, then it is a coincident line. Coincident line means both the lines merged with each other. Okay. So it is a coincident line. So what happens is, if the ratio occurs to be coincident line or parallel line, then there is no need of solving this equation, because we don't want to get any point of intersection here, right? Only in the case of intersecting line we need to solve the equation, so that we have to get that particular point of intersection. Okay. So in this we can directly go into the calculation of the points. Okay. So first I am taking the first equation, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. We need to rearrange the equation such that it has to come in the form y is equal to. Okay. So first I am writing 3y is equal to 9, shifting 2x to right hand side. So y is equal to 9 minus 2x divided by 3. Next we have to take only those points which will get a whole number. After division, it has to get a whole number itself. Okay. Write it as xy point. So in the first point, I will be substituting x is equal to 0. So when I substitute x is equal to 0, this will become 2 into 0, 0. So 9 is divisible by 3. Okay. So we need to calculate it in our mind prior to putting the point inside it. Okay. Substituting the point. So it will become y is equal to 9 minus 2 into 0 divided by 3. So this 2 into 0 is 0. So it will become 9 divided by 3. 3 3s are 9. So when x is taken as 0, y will be 3. Okay. So next is, if I substitute 1 here, okay, 2 ones are 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. So 7 is not divisible by 3. So we don't have to take 1 here. Next take 2. 2 twos are 4. 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 is also not divisible by 3. Next, x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 means 2 3s are 6. 9 minus 6 is 3 and 3 will be divisible. Like that you have to calculate it in your mind so that you will get a right answer for that. That is x is equal to 3. So when you substitute x is equal to 3, we have to substitute in the place of x here. So it will become 9 minus 6 divided by 3. That is 3 divided by 3. 3 ones are. So when x is 3, y is equal to 1. So this is the point. For plotting a graph, at least 2 points are required. Okay, 2 points is enough for that. Okay, next moving on to the second point. I will write it here itself. So that is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. So see this equation. All the 3 digits are divisible by the same number, that is 2, right? So divide by 2, divide by 2 and divide by 2. So what it will become? 2 2s are, 2 3s are and 2 9s are. Okay, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. This will be equation 2 and this will be equation 1. What happens in equation 1 and 2? Both the equations are same. If both the equations are same, then all the points will also be same. So we have to repeat the same points here. So for this equation also, for the second equation also, so xy points are 0, 3, 3 and 1, because both the equations are one and the same, because it is a coincident line. Both the lines merge with each other. Okay, so these are the points. Next we have to plot the graph for this. The graphical part of second problem is, here the points we obtain are 0, 3, 0, 3 and 3, 1. Okay, so the maximum point is 3 itself. So I have taken two more numbers. Okay, in x-axis the maximum point is 3. I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1 centimeter distance, and again in y-axis the maximum is 3 itself. I have taken two more numbers here. So everything is positive number. So positive x-axis and this is positive y-axis. In the first point, both the points are same. So for 0 it is 3. Okay, for 0 it is 3. So this is 0, 3 point, and next one is 3, 1. For third point, the y-axis is 1. This is 3, 1. Okay, both the points are same. So first we need to join it. Okay, by using scale, of course you have to join it by using scale. Then you have to write two arrow marks showing there are two lines merged with each other. Okay, the equation for this one is, what is the equation for this? The equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 9, and the one is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. Okay, these are the two equations which represent the line. You have to write this. The lines are coincident. Okay, the lines are coincident, and the scale which I have written here, every point has written 1 centimeter apart. Okay, so you have to write for 1 centimeter 1 unit, for y-axis also 1 centimeter 1 unit. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the third example problem and the last question in this session. Here the two equations are directly given, that is two rails are represented by the equation. First one is x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0, so which is in the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and the second equation is 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0, which is in the form a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, first we need to compare the ratios, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. We need to substitute the values for that. a1 is 1 divided by a2 is 2 is equal to b1 is 2 and b2 is 4 is equal to c1 is minus 4 and c2 is minus 12. Okay, here 2 1s are 2 2s are, here minus minus get cancels, 4 1s are 4 3s are. Here what happens, 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 but not equal to 1 by 3. So it is in the form a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but it is not equal to c1 by c2. So by this rules we can understand this graphical representation which will be parallel. Okay, here the lines are parallel. Only during intersecting lines we have to solve the equation. Okay, we have to find the value for x and y. In rest of the cases, in parallel or coincident line, we need not have to solve the equations completely, but we have to find the points of it. Here parallel means we get two separate lines. Okay, so I will be writing the first equation now, so that we have to rearrange it in the form, it has to come y is equal to form. Okay, so that is 2y is equal to, I will be shifting minus 4 this side, it will become plus 4, and plus x, if I shift this side, it will become minus x. So y is equal to 4 minus x divided by 2. So this is the first equation, right? So next we have to find out the points of it. So minimum of 2 points is required, more than that is okay, but minimum 2 points is required for this. to plot a graph. Okay, so in the first case, if I substitute x is equal to 0, there 4 will be remaining, and 2 2's are we can divide it. Okay, so the first convenient point is x is equal to 0 itself. So y is equal to 4 minus 0 divided by 2. It will become 4 minus 0 is 4 divided by 2. 2 1's are 2 2's are. So when we substitute x is equal to 0, y will be 2. Okay, so next the second point. So when I take x is equal to 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 is not divisible by 2. Okay, next I will take 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2, which is divisible. Okay, so this will be the next better option. So x is equal to 2. If I take x is equal to 2, it will become 4 minus 2 divided by 2. 4 minus 2 is 2 divided by 2. That is 1. Okay, so when I take x is equal to 2, y will be 1. So I will take one more equation for this. Okay, one more point, that will be third point, that is x is equal to 4. We can't put x is equal to 3, it will become 1 by 2 half, it will be a decimal point, so it's better to take 4 itself. So what it will become, y is equal to 4 minus 4 divided by 2, that is 0 by 2, which will be equal to 0 itself. Okay, when I take 4, y value will be 0. So these are the points of equation 1. So next I will take equation 2. Okay, so equation 2 is 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. First, if they given any of the equation, first we need to check it whether each number is divisible by a single digit. So here each number is divisible by 2. Okay, so we can divide it by 2 so that we can make our simplification easier. So 2 1's are, 2 2's are, and 2 6's are. So it will become x plus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. Next we need to rearrange it in the form so that it has to come as y is equal to. Okay, so 2y is equal to shift minus 6 to right hand side will become plus 6, x to this side it will become minus x. So y is equal to 6 minus x divided by 2. So this is another equation. Okay, next we need to find out the points for x and y. So first one is, when I take x is equal to 0, y is equal to 6 minus 0 by 2, that is 6 by 2, 2 3's are. So this will be a convenient point. When I take x is equal to 0, y is 3. Okay, so second point is, if I take x is equal to 1, it will become 6 minus 1 5, which is not divisible. Okay, next x 6 minus 2. If I take 2 means 6 minus 2 4, which is divisible. Okay, the next number is x is equal to 2. So y is equal to 6 minus 2 divided by 2, that is 6 minus 2 is 4, 2 2's are. Fine. So when I take x is equal to 2, y is also equal to 2. So one more thing I will take, one more number. Okay, so x is equal to 3. If I take x is equal to 3, 6 minus 3, it will become 3, and 3 by 2 is not divisible. Next x is equal to 4. If I take x is equal to 4, 6 minus 4 is 2. So 2 by 2 we can divide. So x is equal to 4 will be the last number. Y is equal to 6 minus 4 divided by 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 1's are. Okay, 1. So when I take x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. So these are the points. Okay, see these are the points, and by this point we have to plot a graph which will be parallel, because we have already found out that it has to be a parallel graph. Moving to the last graphical representation. Here the points are given. The first point is, for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. Okay, for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. So this is the point. For x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, that is 0 comma 2. Second one is, for x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 1 is this point. Okay, so x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. Next one is, for x is equal to 4, y is equal to 0. So that is this point itself, because this is the 0th line. Okay, so this x coordinate and y coordinate is the 0th line, where here it is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 0. That is this point. X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 0. Okay, so after plotting it, you just draw a straight line. Please use scale and pencil. Okay, don't write the graph using pen. Only scale you can write it in pen. Okay, and rest of the things you need to write it in pencil compulsorily. So next point is 0, 2. The third point will be 0, 3. Okay, for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. For x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2 itself. And for x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the second point. For x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. For x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2. For x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. This is the second point. So for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. This is 0, 3. Next is 2, 2. For x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2. That is this point. So 2, 2. Next is for x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1. That is this point. 4, 1. Fine. So next we need to join this. So please use pencil. Okay. So this will be the second line. You write the equation here. The first equation is x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. This is the first equation of the first line. And the second equation is 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the equation for the second line. So we can see it clearly. The two lines are not touching each other. So it is a parallel line. So you have to write here. These lines are parallel. Okay. I hope you understood this session easily, I think, because graphical section is a very important session in your board exam. It is a compulsory question and it will appear for 4 marks. Okay, 4 marks in your board exam. So please try to practice it more and more. Either of the 3 types, whether either it will be coincident or parallel or intersecting. So in these 3 they will give any one for you. Usually they will be giving intersecting itself. Okay, please practice each and every graph carefully. I hope you understood. Thank you. Thanks for watching.